Okay, very good afternoon. I'm Siti Fariza, Binti Muhamad, Amin. Today I would like to present on the topic of the research impacts of COVID-19 on education in Malaysia on psychological well-being. Okay, first and foremost, I would like to share with you guys on the introduction. We believe that MCO has prompted the vast majority of the organizations going to various types of e-learning in Malaysia. It's not only happened in Malaysia, but we believe that it's actually affected the whole world. And COVID-19 has spread across the whole world since 2020, which government and organizations are focusing the health and safety of the people as mentioned by Zach in 2021. And according to Newcastle University Medicine Malaysia in 2021, the execution of different phases of the Movement Control Order, which is MCO, has prompted the vast majority of the organization going to various types of e-learning in Malaysia. There are many ways has been used in order to fulfill the e-learning in Malaysia by using Google Meet, Zoom and some other possible platform in order to deliver a good e-learning process. Looking at the problem statement, this examination serves to find different issues experienced by understudies that should be settled by leaders and kept away from its future comparative circumstances. And these studies also found and revealed in the writing part of this investigation negligibly inspected the COVID-19 lockdown sway on understudies' mental availability. And not to forget the last one, the distance learning have set up for all potential difficulties. For example, learning in a tranquil climate where aggregations are leveled out, settling the equipment and programming necessities for learning and correspondence, and setting up mentally to concentrate from home. Next one, looking into the literature review. There are several researchers and also authors has mentioned about the impact on teaching and lecture. The COVID-19 pandemic and its broad consequence will continue to spread out in various regions all over the planet, and guidance has changed altogether with obvious rising of web understanding, where examples are done remotely on cutting-edge stage as stated by Key and Adamu in 2020. Key and Adamu added, claims that the impact of COVID-19 on education, specifically in Malaysia, also gives psychological pressure among teachers in Malaysia who need to relocate to internet learning is unbelievable for 4 reasons. And as indicated by Zaki in 2021, instructors need to change the assessment to suit to web learning environment, and there are universities and schools in Malaysia that are gotten level-footed and account of insufficient establishment and sources to help web learning. An impact on the student, according to the NARS et al. 2020, because of the closures of schools and universities, scholarly organizations go to their online frameworks to proceed with the schooling interaction, which may not be adequately prepared to deal with the whole cycle. And added on by the Sundaresan in 2020, he claims that a couple of stresses have been perceived as key components affecting the students' apprehensions and mental flourishing, which appearance or a compliance being polluted by COVID-19. Cash-related issues and their effects on everyday presents, informative aggravations, effects of the communication on tutoring and potential position and energizing transmission, and also not to forget the incorrect news report. And additional to that, Sundaresan 2020 also observed that students who were staying alone experienced the most essential anxiety levels appeared differently in relation to those accessed with friends and family. And last, by NARS in 2020, he also found that students may cause costs due to the requirement to buy into better internet bundles and purchase PC or laptops in situations where they mostly depend on university computer labs. And impact on the e-learning, the last literature that we will go through. Malaysian Education Ministry taught all colleges to permit understudies to get back and illuminate them that all instructing and learning exercise will be conveyed out online until additional notification by Al-Kumaim et al. 2021. He added, had investigated college and other public and private advanced education establishments needed to consider how they could keep on providing excellent instruction and administration while diminishing contact and web-based learning was the lone viable way. And last, Bai Chong likewise announced that it is challenging to actually embrace or acclimate to electronic learning in view of an unexpected pandemic. In Chapter 3, we are looking into the research method. This research has been done in quantitative way by distributing questionnaire, which having 5 sections in total, with the nominal scale for demographic and created Likert scale of 5-point Likert scale in the questionnaire. The second one on the sample size, the populations gathered is actually 33 million and 385 respondents has been answered and responded to the questionnaire, which is they are among students, teachers and also the lecturers. And with the research also using the purposive sampling, which is non-probability sampling, which is alludes to the quantity of units that were browsed, which information were assembled. And on the data collection method, primary data has been used, which is the questionnaire distributed to people within 17 to 55 years old, and also secondary data, which refer to previous study from 2020 to 2021. As the result and discussion, we can see from the table from the Pearson's correlations, the impact on teacher and lecturer have strong correlation relationship with impacts on students in between 0.5 and 1, medium correlation relationship with impact on e-learning and impact of COVID-19 education in Malaysian psychological well-being. Looking at the regression coefficients, this is the table, and the result found that the dependent variables, the impact of COVID-19 on education in Malaysian psychological well-being, to independent variables, which is impact on students and impact on e-learning, is significant. One independent variables, which is impacts on teachers and lecturers, is not significant. So as a conclusion, the hypothesis result found that the impact towards teachers and lecturers positively related to COVID-19 is actually rejected. But the other two, which is the impact towards students positively related to during COVID-19 lockdown and the impact towards e-learning positively related to during COVID-19 lockdown, are accepted. So as the discussion, SAHA in 2022 helping models urge the student to be more dynamic and is suitable for the understudies with pictorial reasoning style and conveys a typical thought regarding the topic. And also, by NARS in 2020, internet speed and inclusions vary depending on understudies, financial plan and also areas will be one of the reasons. And Al-Kumamin 2021 mentioned that is it difficult to embrace or adjust to web-based learning because of an abrupt pandemic. So as a recommendation for the future research, active in inviting people to complete the survey by assisting them in answering the questionnaire while the questionnaire has been distributed. And they distribute the questionnaire equally to all races, especially in Malaysia, which we do have not only one races, but then we are multiracial. And also add other language in the survey in order for some other people who don't understand English to actually answer and respond to the questionnaire. And last but not least, assist respondent who has the difficulties in accessing the Google Form questionnaire, which I believe some of them very new to this Google Form format. So these are the references, and thank you. That's all from my presentation.